Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you how to set up your ZTE Android TV box. To set it up, of course, first plug it into power with the proprietary charger that is included in the box. This is how it looks, and this is the only thing that will fit here. So you'll see on the back there are a few different ports, and this one is for charging. So plug that right in. Now plug it into power, and we'll also need an HDMI cable. I don't really think it comes included in the box. So if you don't have it in the box, then most probably you'll just need to get your own one. I'll find my own one and I'll plug it in to the monitor, to the TV, and to the box. So this is how the HDMI cable looks. Just plug it in here on the back. Now to the monitor or TV, probably TV. Now once you have it plugged into the TV, you'll immediately see image on the screen that you need to pair your remote. I'll check if the batteries are in the remote. You can see I don't have batteries in the remote, so I'll need to put those in. There are two AAA batteries in there, and I'll need to press on two buttons. So I'll also get back to you shortly with the batteries. Let's put the batteries in. So remember to mind the plus and minus symbols on the batteries. Once you put those in, the remote should be pairable. Just click on the home and back button at the same time. You can see it is connected. Now, using the remote, select the language, click on OK. Then if you want, you can set up your TV with your Android phone. I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna do a universal video on, like, if you don't have an Android phone, you can also watch it. So select your Wi-Fi network. You can also use Ethernet if you have an Ethernet cable. Ethernet will plug in at the back of the box, of course. I'll actually use Wi-Fi. Just enter your Wi-Fi network password. Now let's approve it, and it should start connecting. It is connected now. It's checking for updates, and if it finds any, we'll probably need to install those. And yes, it is installing, so I'll just get back to you when it's finished because it may take some time. Now, once the update is finished, if there was an update, you will be asked about signing into Google. And of course that can be skipped, but I don't really find it good to skip it because that makes you not have access to like Google Play Store and most services on the device. So I'll sign in, but feel free to skip it if you don't really want to sign in. I think you can basically still use the device without the Google account. Now you'll need to enter your email address. It is quite difficult with that keyboard, but not too hard. And now let's go further. Then enter your password. Okay, after the password, we can see the terms of service. So let's accept them, of course. Or yeah, you can only accept them. You can also read them by selecting Terms of Service, Privacy Policy, or Google Play Terms of Service. Now you also have a few more options here, to read something, yeah, that's great. Select the services below. I'll leave both enabled and accept, but you can disable location or disable sending diagnostic data to Google. Now, it may ask you for some additional apps. I'm gonna unselect those. I'll just install the ones that I really want, and I'll opt out of the additional ones. Now let's see a few more things here. Great. And you can set up the remote. So this means that you can set it up so it actually uses the power, can adjust the power and volume controls of your TV. And to use that, you can click on set up the remote. Then you can select whether you want to set it up for TV, soundbar or AV receiver. Let's click on TV. I can't really do that, so I can't show you here. So I'll cancel that, but you'll just need to go through all the other steps and you'll be able to use your ZTE remote to turn the TV on, not only the box. And now you can see that your TV was just set up and you can use it. I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.